White room with black curtain. Right, good morning, good morning. So, ding dong, the morbidly obese witch is dead. We can all move on with our lives. Thank you very much for the cup. Did you understand? Did you hear that? Thank you for the cup. But we must move on. We must move on. So, moving on, as we do, I've entitled this Thick Dundee Toe Curlers, but my thanks are to Stuart Peterson, who's on the Substack, provided us with this. And nothing's perfect in this world when you're using stats, but this really does ram it home to those that think that Ange should be working in the Vatican in some capacity. So Ange's first 10 Premier League games versus his last 9. I don't understand the rhyme or reason for that, but 9 is as good as a 10, 7's too little. But anyway, so first 10 versus last 9. Averaging 2.6 points per game, which is exceptional. Whereas his last 9 games, he averaged 0.4 recurring, which that's a ship with no rudder, no captain, no clue. Goals scored, first 10 games, 22, which again is nice, all heading in the right direction. His last 9, he was scoring a goal a game. So down to 9 goals. Goals conceded in his first 10 games, 9, which against 22 scored. Goal difference. We like the cut of his jib. Goals conceded in his last gambits on the good ship Lollipop, 22. I mean, it's an actual inverse, and I can see now why Stuart's opted to do this. It's a complete inverse. We had scored 22 goals in our opening run with him, and only conceded 9, and then that completely reversed, and we'd only scored 9, but we had conceded 22. I don't take this as an attack on Ange. I have to be upfront with you. It's like a lot of things in life. It doesn't mean you want to kill the opponent, but I actually feel tremendously sorry for him because he kept on giving us all of this. Sat in the press rooms, giving us all of this. Well, you know, mate, and in between all of the juggles and jiggles and riddles and rhymes, he was simply making excuses, and he does remind me of that character. Was it in was it shot in Hull or somewhere up north, Darlington or something like that? The Full Monty, and there was the one guy who'd lost his job, but he was too proud to even tell his wife, and he went to the park, and ate his sandwiches on the swings. And it was only when he was spotted that the whole thing came out, and he had to confess. So anyway, that's how I see Ange. I'll be honest with you. I don't hate him. I don't rate him, but that's a different thing. So our best win in our first games, our opening games, was against Liverpool. Highest teams since then, beat them in the quarterfinal. Just extraordinary. And our best win on the way out was against Southampton. So look, he's gone. The crucial thing is, who do we bring in? I don't do that whoever it is, let's get behind him message, because we don't do DEI, we do meritocracy. But unfortunately, what kind of contradicts that ethic, that message, is the fact that Daniel Levy doesn't do meritocracy, because he's always in charge. And so you get a situation whereby you have coaches with tremendous CVs, and Nuno Espirito Santo, it has to be said, because he's gone on and greatly improved his CV. I think there isn't a person in the world who dispute that. But the situation is that whoever Daniel brings in, he will scupper. And I'm talking in racehorsing terms, he will handicap. So we can only wish whoever comes in well. We've got some really good players. I think we've actually got some stinkers on board, and we need to get rid of them. But can the new coach come in and make Daniel see reason? And I kind of feel that that's the struggle. If I'm honest with you, it's whether whoever comes in is just going to be yes sir, no sir. And we tipped. I certainly remember I tipped the fella who is at Ipswich Town, because he'd probably be nice and anonymous but competent. And goodness knows what a West Brom getting themselves into with Wyan. But look, I think that's just about it. So, like I say, have a look at the Substack thing if you're available, and if you want a free subscription to that, I'm happy to hand them out. So that's it for now. Good luck, and just make sure I got my finger over the button. Good luck. Keep it on.